wait for the rocking a second. So she's very flat-footed.
Yeah. But flat-footed, is that because she is, you know, left undone so long?
We
or-
don't know.
Oh, squishy. Whoa,
Ooh.
that was an actual kick.
Yeah.
I feel like she's maybe too close to the wall, that she can't get the other foot under her. Oh, try and kick me, please.
Oh, there. You stay this here. There. You've been so good. You've been so good. So that's her right hind.
Yeah, I think this is the one I haven't been able to pick up yet.
Right. There. What a good girl. There. Oh. So I guess she's getting out of her drowsiness. Oh, good. Good. There.
Nice, here.
Good. Good.
See, it's okay. It's okay.
Nothing's gonna hurt you, sweetie. Nothing hurt you. There. That's my girl. Good. She's licking and chewing. Oh, yes, it's nothing bad, it's nothing. That's good. There. There. Oh, good. Boyfriend is right here. There. What a good girl. You see, after she got over the hump,
Yeah, but the thing is I think it's the drugs that are helping us get over the hump.
yeah. Okay, so I have her more or less against the wall here. Dashboard.
Good.
What a good girl. And you're going to feel so much better now that your hooves are done. Because she was really tripping in the field. She was like tripping over her own feet. I'm so proud of you, sweetie. It's very, very good. So she's all done?
Yeah.
So is this battery perfect?
There was the possibility that Sky was pregnant, so some debate on whether we just wanted to, wait it out and see, or find out for sure whether she was or not, was talked about, and the consensus was, let's find out whether she is or not, and then, we have a better idea of what behaviors to focus on with her training and nutrition and management and all that sort of stuff. And then she arrived with feet that needed trimmed, and on our first attempt realized that she's had some stressful experiences with it at the least. So we worked for a couple weeks and started getting her more comfortable even just being handled and being stood around and touched, but it came to a point where it was still feeling like there was going to be a fair bit of stress, and having the vet come out, giving her a sedative in order to perform the procedure to find out if she was pregnant, and if she was going to be sedated for that, take advantage of that and trim her feet at the same time. And so the hope is that with getting a positive experience with trimming, so that we didn't have to add fear and stress and, I don't want to say dominance, but yeah, the make factor of, you know, we know you don't like it, but too bad, Buttercup, suck it up. You know, I don't think enough people take it seriously what that does. You know, every experience an animal has stays with them. You can't erase it. So for every negative experience about something that an animal has, you now have to create that much stronger associations with the positive experiences. So you can get into all the neuroscience of neural pathways and things like that. But really, it's just that, you know, once you have a negative association with something, you have to work that much harder to then become comfortable with it. So we already know that there's a certain level of negative experience with even just having her feet picked up. But at least this way, she at this point doesn't have that negative association with me and with Anna May. So the hope is that now, moving forward, we've bought ourselves enough time that by the time she needs her next trim, we'll have created enough positive associations so that when we do come to do the trim, we can have a conversation about it. There can be some communication in place to say, you know, we'll take it slow. This is all we're doing. It's okay. And there be enough information in her and enough of a relationship that she'll be able to maybe believe us.
Nice.
I am taking the opportunity of her still being very drowsy and kind of slow, and to just spend a lot of time at her challenging areas. And what I've been doing is just gently, you know, she wouldn't let me do this. So this is just for me to be able to, in the next couple of weeks, continue this process while she's not drugged out.
Bodie's pinning his ears at her again. That was her flinch.
Right, so that was Bodie rather than me.
Keep going, it's rolling. I'm gonna go to the bathroom quickly. Keep going, that's rolling.
Anyway, but I think this has been really good.
Now you know there's no guessing.
Yeah.
There's no waiting around.
A fall is so, you know, there's some romance around it, and so fun, and so babies are always fun. But I also feel relief because a 4-year-old, untrained, unhandled, a mare with.
It's like having a teenage. She's barely. It's not even a teenage pregnancy.
Yeah, and not just that she's fairly young. Just because she still has some behavioral issues that need to be addressed, you don't want to give that to a foal, because when she is anxious, being handled, or skeptical, you know, she's going to teach her foal, you better be wary about humans.
Well, did I tell you about the research I read in Lissa Rankin's book about generational genetics? And how in laboratory rats they've done experiments and that they've exposed a rat to a smell and then shocked them. And over time, their children and their grandchildren became afraid of that same smell.
Yeah.
But they went even farther and they discovered a marker in the DNA of the sperm.
Right.
So it isn't even behavioral.
Right.
It's genetic.
Well.
And it can be changed. Epigenetics can totally be changed. But why not have good experiences genetically passed down instead of bad experiences genetically passed down that you now have to change in a foal?
I know.
Right?
It's like the sins of the father are handed down 7 generations, and we see that in humans too, where your issues or your beliefs that have been in the family are just passed.
Yeah.
And whether it is genetic or just by osmosis, because that's where you are born into, and energetic, I mean, it's all related, of course.
Yeah. Well,
but,
they're saying epigenetics is the science of the environment determines how a gene will express itself.
Right.
And environment means mental, emotional state as well as physical health.
Yeah.
So what you think, what you believe, and how you feel causes your genes to express themselves in such a way.
Yeah.
So if you believe 50 is old,
You're gonna be
you
old.
are going to experience
Yeah.
old age at 50.
Yeah.